Hello everyone, I am Renown Zero, and apparently queerness is everywhere in the new Spider-Man 2 game from Sony PlayStation. As you know, everything has to be propaganda, everything has to be pushed in every single entertainment, and people wonder why people like Heel versus Babyface have the rants rants that he has. Because this is why they have to push this ideological garbage into literally everything, just like he said. Of course, as was right, as usual. We're going to get started here from this article from The Gamer, where it says queerness is everywhere in Spider-Man 2. Insomniac has crafted a welcoming, inclusive world filled with alphabet representation, because we definitely need more of that. We definitely need more of that when it's in literally every single facet of entertainment. It says Spider-Man 2 is fruity. Now I'm just reading an article here, YouTube. I'm reading what this person is saying. Insomniac Games featured a smattering of pride flags throughout the first game's Vision of Manhattan, but aside from that, kept things pretty straight. The sequel, meanwhile, is filled with distinct alphabet representation everywhere you look. From walls of street art to smaller side quests, Peter and Miles can take on to help the local communities, because that's something that really matters in a Spider-Man game. We really care about that stuff when we're playing as Spider-Man, who is Peter Parker, and Miles Morales, who's Miles Morales. Peter and Harry might be straight besties. You'll never stop me from shipping them because, of course, the people that write these type of stupid articles are not really fans of this IP or these characters or anything to do with this world. But major side characters express their relations in ways that not only prove surprising, but tie in canon elements of recent big comic developments that even hardcore fans weren't expecting to be acknowledged, because hardcore fans don't care about none of that when they're reading a superhero book. No one cares. No hardcore fan cares about the sexuality of characters. Take Black Cat, who instead of jumping between former hideouts to tease Pete in the lead up to the heist, is playing around with Doctor Strange's belongings to open a portal to Paris to reach her girlfriend, which Black Cat is more known for being that femme fatale, seductive type of character for Peter Parker when he has Mary Jane. We know she once had a thing with Peter, and this story development confirms her bisexuality with a casual minutes of love and care that doesn't need to be over-explained. It is who she is. No, it isn't. And Miles only needs to hear that someone she cares about is in danger to help her out. Spider-Man 2 never hesitates to paint its world, even one filled with supervillains and alien goo monsters, as a space for marginalized people. Because again, something we don't actually care about. Black Cat's bisexual identity fits brilliantly with her character. No, it doesn't. As a seductive burglar willing to pull vulnerable men into her grasp before taking advantage of them, aka being a femme fatale. That's what a femme fatale is. That's like the same type of thing that characters like Faye Valentine from Cowboy Bebop and Ada Wong from Resident Evil do. That's their character. Being the femme fatale. Using their beauty as a way to get out of situations, only to subvert their pursuits in favor of loving another woman. While she tricks Spider-Man in exchange for quick riches, she's eager to seek help and cast aside her criminal aspirations because it's the right thing to do. Even then, she still blows kisses after caving a thug's skull in and hopping into a mysterious portal. There's also Brooklyn Vision's Academy, where Miles is a student on the cusp of attending college as a high schooler in the present day is what it's supposed to say. It's natural to assume it will be home to so many young students who have grown in a world where this is far more accepted. Because again, this is definitely something people care about when they play a Spider-Man game. When Miles is asked to help a couple to get together for homecoming, it's a cute surprise to learn it was two boys crushing on one another who were already in a committed relationship. I'm so glad I don't buy Sony products anymore. If this is all there's going to be, just subverting canon, subverting and putting in interjecting nonsense like this. This is Insomniac after all, the same company that supported, certain social issues that I won't discuss. But those nerves are going to be such a big event together still remains. I don't really care. You can see got the mental illness flags here. Don't really care about any of this, but this is how it's all confirmed. This is how it's all confirmed that Black Cat is bisexual. The aspect of Felicia Hardy's personal life is explicitly detailed with the newly released game's 10th story mission, Make Your Own Choices. Daring after finding his mentor's ex-girlfriend, both being hunted by Craven the Hunter's mercenary forces and seemingly planning to get another score, Miles Morales interjects himself into the situation in hopes of preventing both her deletion and her crimes. Following a brief investigation across the New York skyline, Miles catches Felicia red-handed stealing the Wand of Watum, a mystical item taken straight from the pages of Marvel's own lore, capable of opening MCU's teleportation portals from Doctor Strange's Sanctum Sanctorum. Not one to either ask for help or give up on her plans, Felicia responds to Miles' arrival by attempting to use the Wand's power to ditch the fledgling superhero in a random location across the world, a plan which ultimately fails thanks to the quick reflexes and web-spinning abilities. Eventually catching up to her after being left to fend for herself on one of Craven's gunships, Miles wastes no time in questioning Felicia's motives, his particular point of contention being the fact that she would rather make off with a newly acquired loot than help him and Peter stop the threat, the Hunter's city-wide rampage. Not only is doing this argument, Insomniac addresses the topic of her sexuality. Attempting to walk away from the wreckage of the gunship, Felicia dismisses Miles' concerns, flippantly taunting, "You're Spider-Man. You'll save the city before you do it again. Spider-Man was right about you," and understandably frustrated, Miles fires back. "You only care about yourself." His last criticism managed to break through her stoic facade. She finally explains to Miles, "Look, kids, not that it's your business. My girlfriend's in Paris, and I got her into trouble with some bad people. You ever done something for love?" She then asks Miles, "She needs me now. If only I could figure out how to go more than 10 feet with this thing." Of course, they figure out to open a portal where she gets sent to Paris, yada, yada, yada. Now, this comes on the heels of the fact that Marvel Spider-Man 2 removes the pride flags in the Middle Eastern version of the game because they don't accept that type of stuff over there. The Middle Eastern, or at least Arabian version of Marvel Spider-Man 2 released with pride flags and other content removed. The censorship was required in order for the game to ship in the region with strict laws against alphabet and division in the behavior. It's kind of interesting how Insomniac will put this in the game and they won't stick to their guns. They'll essentially move the said content similar to what Disney does with their alphabet content, just so they could sell and make more money in other countries. I'll at least give Square Enix credit that they stuck to their guns and didn't do the exact same thing that they did. The General Authority of Media Regulation made a post about the game's approval in the region after making, quote, modifications required for the General Authority. This is a Twitter account called Manga Lawyer confirming it, showing the flags being removed, showing off the official statement. Saudi Arabia also banned the most recent Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse movie for its inclusion of a trans flag, as well as Final Fantasy 16 for having a gay character, which I've never seen a Final Fantasy have a gay character. As long as the character isn't openly like just talking about their sexuality all the time, I don't have a problem with it. I think it's weird, especially in a fantasy setting like Final Fantasy, but as long as it's not intrusive, I don't really care too much. But it's kind of funny how, like I said, Insomniac won't stick to their guns with it, but Square Enix will. So I give them some respect for that one. At the end of the day, none of this actually matters. It's a Spider-Man game involving superheroes and supervillains. No one really cares about this type of nonsense. They just want to push their ideology and their mental illness nonsense into literally everything entertainment-wise, so that you just eventually comply and accept it all as being normal. Thank you all for checking out this video. I really do appreciate all the new subscribers, returning subscribers, new viewers, returning viewers. If you do like this video, hit the like button, comment below how you feel about all this, subscribe for more content, hit the bell for notifications, set the bell to all, that way you get notifications anytime I post a new video, and I'll see you all on the next one. Peace.